Today marks 391st day share lessons on learning and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, and empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about a very uplifting topic, but maybe some people will not see uplifting, but how to slay your demons. How to slay your demons. I think that's a beautiful topic because sometimes when you think about really uplifting yourself, becoming more courageous, more confident, build build wins under your belt, somebody's be able to start and look into okay, what kind of demons could they slay? And those demons are inside of us. Some fears, some self doubts, things that we sabotage ourselves. And when we slay those demons, slay those demons, we're able to encourage ourselves. We're able to uplift ourselves. We're able to transform, evolve, become better, have more courage, more confidence. There's so many things could come out from such a great topic. It sounds like negative, slaying demons, slaying internal demons. But at the same time, I actually believe it's a very uplifting topic because we're able to really improve ourselves, not just getting better, but really removing obstacles. Because I think that's and life is such a beautiful thing because when we really pressing the gas pedal, sometimes we're not moving forward, not because we are not pressing that gas pedal enough. Sometimes we're not moving because we stepping on the brake at the same time as well. And if we want to really move faster, sometimes we don't need to press that gas pedal stronger, but we need to release our brake pedal. And that's the thing that is when we're slaying those demons, when we're slaying those internal demons, we're able to really remove our feet from the gas, from the brake pedal, and really move faster. I will share seven things, seven potential demons, very simple demons that we're able to really slay to make sure that we're able to move forward. But I think there's just more demons, and I think that in life in general, there's a lot of demons that we need. Every single person has different demons. And one are very small ones, are bigger ones, and I think at the beginning we need to start from smaller ones and have build that confidence, build that courage, build the momentum of dealing with all the things, and at the moment be able to really work on bigger and bigger problems, issues, the areas that we need to find solutions to really overcome, just to make sure that we're able to move towards a better version of ourselves. So number one is fear of your own potential. That could be a demon. That could be demon. The demon that we are afraid of our own potential, of our own image. I think that when we look into the future, and I think that is very, very, very important to look at what kind of person I would love to become. What kind of person I would love to become. And there's a lot of things in that. My skill sets, what kind of skills I want to have, my values, what kind of values I want to have, my roles, what kind of roles I want to live by, what kind of energy do I want to have, what kind of time I want to have, what other resources I want to have, energy, time, money. And there is what kind of successes do you want to have, what kind of lifestyle do you have. So all the things when I think about our future me, our future you. And that means that there is a potential of that person. And I think we can be afraid that we're not able to achieve it. And it could be coming from success. What happens if I really achieve that? And what happens if I don't? And I think that when we're able to really stop asking what if I fail, but like how would they feel being able to achieve that? Because like one thing that I really admire, even about myself, is that I'm willing to really pursue something that has 1% chance. I'm willing to pursue something that has a 1% chance because I really know that if that 1% succeeds, that will be so much more powerful than staying where I am. I think that every single person is supposed to pursue something that is potentially very hard to pursue, but is worth pursuing that. It's worth pursuing something that is meaningful, purposeful. And I think that when you know that you pursue something meaningful, is you know that when you really pursuing it, and you know that if you will not achieve that, you will still be happy. You will still will be content. You will still will be enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, because the journey is the meaning. Because at the end of the day, like if you pursue it the moment, I think that life will be difficult. But if you pursue life through the journey to the moment. I think that is a total different way. So that means that we need to really slay that fear of our potential. That's the one of the demons that we need to really slay. So we don't stuck in small visions, that we really pursue something big. Number two is the addiction of control. I think that is one easier one to really overcome, but I think that every single person is to choose. But again, I am a massive believer in incremental improvement, incremental improvements. So what do I mean by that in control? So it means that sometimes we want to control everything, our vision, how we achieve it, like our goals, our long-term goals, short-term goals, mid-term goals, and so many things we want to control. But I think that sometimes we need to understand that if you want to control big things, maybe we need to start. If you want to really be able to move without control of those big things, maybe we need to really start looking at what kind of minor, very, very minor things that we're able to really take action without having control. So that means that maybe going for a walk and leaving your phone at home and really go cities you've never been. Try to get lost. That's like exactly I really would love to. I used to love that activity when I used to move to a new city, new place. Just go and explore, leave everything behind, and you get lost. No couple streets. Look into the map and look into main streets where you at, and that's it. And just go and explore. I think that's a beautiful thing. So you have out of control for probably an hour, maybe two, where you get to find yourself again. It's a beautiful thing. Being able to put yourself in the positions, and even like as small as just getting lost in a new city, even maybe in your city, but in a neighborhood you've never been before, and going at lost. I think that is being able to really practice surrender and really be comfortable not knowing how everything will turn out. I think that's again one of the demons that we need to really to slay is addiction of control. Number three is unresolved self worth wounds. I think this is a very, very important topic. I think every single person have experience when they made mistakes. Maybe they were embarrassed. Maybe there was an adversity. There's so many things that potentially happened in the past, and being able to review them as a lessons of improvement rather than lessons of disappointment, or not lessons at all. Disappointment is the things that we want to deny, we want to forget. But I really see that every single experience brings us wisdom. And if we got better because of the lesson, if we got better because of mistake, if we got better because something happened to us, that means we're supposed to nurture that experience, reflect on that experience, just to make sure that we're able to really gather that wisdom. Because if we deny things, if we not think about things, if we just hide everything under the sheets, will not be able to take full advantage of that lesson. And I think that's when we're able to really look at old experiences as in a positive light. I think that we're able to really heal those self-worth wounds, because I think that self-worth is decreased when we deny experiences. But when we're able to really go through them, we understand that we are humble, we are human, and every single person is human. I think that when we try to deny and be perfect, we expect from other people perfection as well. And because we expect from ourselves and from other perfection, and that is impossible to achieve, at that moment our self-worth goes down. Number four is attachment to the past. Attachment to the past. I think this is one more demon to slay. Attachment to the past is from a lot of different things. Of course, it's from failures. It's a lot from successes, because if we get attached to previous successes, and then of course after 5-10 years after success, you're still repeating the same, like, oh, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I once this and this and this, and I achieved this and this. Like, what did you achieve in last year that you could be proud to really acknowledge? So attachment to the past is something that from the perspective, from the things that happened bad, something that happened good, all those is not good. I think that we need to really see like what really happened over last year, last month, last 6 months. I think that that's where people who really are very young but achieve very, very great successes are the people who really able to share what they have, what kind of mistake, big mistake they did, over last month or 6 months, and what kind of success they had over last month or 6 months, because they moving so fast that they failing and succeeding fast as well. I think that's exactly. So when we really kill the demon, slay the demon, attachment to the past, we start moving and really seeking new experiences. Number five is the ego. The ego's need to afford validation. I think that is again demon that needs to be slayed. I think that I was working very, very hard on this one because I really wanted to learn how to validate myself. And YouTube was one of the things that really allowed me to achieve that, because I was working, because when I started my YouTube channel first time, so interesting thing, because I started my YouTube channel, my English was very, very poor. And I said that I really do not communicate well. There's nothing for me to say. And I delayed my goal to start my YouTube channel for 2 years because I was looking for external validation. And I didn't receive that. I didn't. There's, of course, I didn't get views. I didn't get people to comment on my videos. I was like, oh, there's nothing there. Like I don't have anything to share. But I learned that. I learned that my validation myself, being proud for myself, for myself, is more than enough for me to really do my daily lessons, share my lessons, to improve my communication, get better, and potentially in the future, some will get better because of it as well. I think every single person needs to choose to really validate themselves. And other people validation is just a bonus, not the first thing we're supposed to pursue. And every single person have a tendency to seek validation. As people pleasing as well, want to be liked. But people who succeed, I think, are people who really learn how to really look to themselves and say, do you really want this or not? Is this something that you want to pursue? Because I know myself as well that because I didn't pursue my own validation, I pursue goals that was not aligned with my own values or my goals. And when I realized, okay, I'm pursuing this goal not because of myself, but because I wanted to be accepted in different environments. And when I realized that, I was able to really go back to my own way. And I think that every single person, when really understand that they in alignment with themselves, they are much, much more confident. Number six is fear of death and wasting life. And I think sometimes we believe that we have all the time in the universe. And we have a little bit of time. But at the same time, I think that we need to have that urgency. And I think that's where I really are always looking for that urgency, looking for those priorities, looking how to make sure that I'm able to have priorities in check. And that's why I always imagine my last day on earth and just asking you what kind of person I want to be on my last day, right? And what kind of person I want to be remembered on the last day. And that's always bringing, that means that it's not that far away. I want to create that urgency that I could take actions today that builds the person that I could be proud of myself in 20, 30, 40 years. And I think that why are we supposed to wait for that person for 50 years? Maybe I'm able to meet my future me of 50 years. Maybe I could meet that person in 10 years rather than 50 years with that urgency that I build with myself. And that's again the demon to slay, that we stop wasting our time. The last one, demon that we need to really slay, is the illusion of someday. I think that that's sometimes say, okay, I will start exercising next week or someday. I will start my business someday. I will leave my job someday. I will have something someday. I will start building myself someday. And someday is never. I think that someday it will be someday, but it might be after a decade. I really love one of my favorite things is the longer you wait, the longer wait. The longer you wait, the longer wait. What it means is that the longer you wait to start taking action, the longer you wait to live based on those actions. So those actions will bring results. So the longer we delay those actions, the longer we delay the results. And that's why when we say someday, that's it. Someday is the longer wait, the longer wait. So that some days leads in action. And because there's no action, there's no results. And I think that we need to really be able to slay that. So rather than saying it someday, so that if it's actually important, so why not today? Why not today? I love that Jim Ross says, why not you? Why not me? The question is that I'm like, should I make it? Can I do it? I think that the quite better question is to ask is why not me and why not now? Why not now? I think that when we start asking the question, we start to feel like, okay, yeah, like I potentially could really find a time here and here, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, and look, I already have half an hour, 1 hour to really work on something that's meaningful for me today. I'm able to work on priorities rather than focusing on urgencies that it will always be for urgencies. I will really say that someday, someday, someday. And I think that we need to learn how to slay this dragon, this demon of someday. I will start taking action today. So hope you reflect and say, what are your demons? What are your dragons that you need to slay just to make sure that you become the person you want to become? So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.